You get some of the stories firsthand. You talk to some of the greatest bass players, most influential bass players of our time. I mean, just to name a few, you have John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, you have Adam Clayton from U2, you have Jeff Tweedy from Wilco, who I forgot was a bass player.
Yes, really a wild collector. I mean, he's a fantastic array of bizarre and wonderful and interesting and hilarious instruments. You know, these are things that have given people lives, have made a lot of people happy. They come to life in the hands of a talented musician. You know, to talk to John Paul Jones, not only a thrill, as he was one of my heroes, he could tell you what it was like in the music stores of Great Britain in 1960. I can't think of a single ego trip that either of my partners ever went on. We just are nice personalities, and there's only 3 of us, and 2 against 1 isn't fair, so we never gang up on each other, and when 2 of us do gang up on the other one.
Geddy Lee isn't just a legendary bassist. He's a music historian, a passionate fan, and a lifelong student of rock and roll. As the frontman of Rush, he helped redefine progressive rock, crafting intricate bass lines and soaring vocals that left fans in awe. But even the greatest musicians have their heroes. Over the years, Geddy has revealed the bands that inspired him the most, shaping his playing and songwriting. From the psychedelic power of Cream to the experimental genius of Radiohead, here are the 5 bands Geddy Lee has called his all-time favorites. Cream, the band that changed everything. If there's one band that completely blew Geddy Lee's mind, it's Cream. In a 2020 interview, he didn't hesitate to call them his far and away favorite band when he first got into rock music. He was so eager to see them live that he went to the concert alone, simply because no one else was interested. But from the moment Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker hit the stage, Lee was hooked for life. Their mix of blues, psychedelia, and hard rock wasn't just groundbreaking, it was mind-blowing. The bass playing of Jack Bruce, in particular, left a huge mark on Geddy's own style, proving that the bass could be just as powerful as the lead guitar. Genesis, a blueprint for Rush's progressive sound. Before Rush became the kings of progressive rock, Geddy Lee was obsessed with Genesis. Their intricate arrangements, surreal storytelling, and theatrical performances fascinated him. He once revealed that Nursery Crime was a pivotal album for him, saying he studied it to understand how they built their songs. But if one track truly blew him away, it was Supper's Ready from Foxtrot, a 23-minute masterpiece that combined mythic storytelling with pure musical brilliance. Lee has credited Genesis with laying the groundwork for Rush's more complex, concept-driven music in their early years. The Who, the raw power of rock and roll. Few bands have ever captured raw energy the way The Who did, and Geddy Lee was a huge fan. He has often praised John Entwistle, calling him one of the most influential bassists of all time. In an interview with Guitar World, Lee highlighted My Generation as a song that completely changed how he saw the bass guitar. He also admired Pete Townshend's unique guitar style, which blended melody and aggression in a way that set The Who apart. Their ability to balance chaos and precision had a direct influence on Rush's sound, especially in their high-energy live performances. Radiohead, the band that gave him hope for the future? It might surprise some fans, but Radiohead is one of Geddy Lee's favorite modern bands. He believes they carry the same adventurous spirit that classic prog bands like Yes and Genesis had in the 70s. He once said that OK Computer gave him hope for the future of rock, proving that music could still be bold, innovative, and deeply emotional. Lee respects how Radiohead constantly reinvents themselves, much like Rush did throughout their career, never settling for just one sound. Led Zeppelin, the ultimate influence. No list of Geddy Lee's influences would be complete without Led Zeppelin. He has always admired John Paul Jones, whose multi-instrumental talents on bass, keyboards, and mandolin left a lasting impression. Lee has specifically pointed to How Many More Times as a track that showcased the creative possibilities of blending hard rock with progressive elements. The blues-infused intensity and ambitious compositions of Zeppelin had a direct impact on Rush's early work, particularly in their heavy riffs and extended instrumental sections. From blues-driven rock to progressive epics and experimental modern sounds, Geddy Lee's favorite bands reflect the same boldness and innovation that made him a rock legend. Whether it's the raw power of The Who, the musical complexity of Genesis, or the forward-thinking genius of Radiohead, these 5 bands helped shape the sound of Rush and rock music as a whole.